It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's Daily Community Briefing. Today is Wednesday. This is Gwendolyn with WBON TV coming live on 100.7 The Coyote. Lots of news today. We have new COVID numbers, and the city of Richmond has a new COVID grant for small businesses. We're going to talk about that. A missing girl in Somerset, and it looks like some of our police and firefighters will be getting a big bonus thanks to Santa this year. Our daily community briefing is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, Affordable Heating and Air, Mountain Adventures, Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond, and Davis and Powell Funeral Home in Berea, and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea. We'll go ahead and get right to the news. Big COVID news here in the city of Richmond has announced a grant for small businesses that have been struggling amidst the COVID pandemic here in Richmond will soon have the opportunity to get some help through a grant given to the city. The city of Richmond has announced the creation of a small business grant, a COVID grant fund of $100,000 to aid local businesses that had suffered during the pandemic. In Tuesday's commission meeting, the officials reported that the fund would provide relief to small businesses for up to $2,500 following an application process. City manager Rob Meinrich said that the funds were awarded through the CARES Act. At the moment, the details are yet to be hammered out, but more information will be available regarding the verbiage in the applications at the next city commissioners meeting. City manager Meinrich said that he hopes the applications will open on January the 15th, and more details about that process will be known beforehand. Good news for the small businesses here in Madison County. Berea police and firefighters, Santa came early for them this year. The Berea City Council approved a $1,000 bonus for those working since March 16th. The one-time payment will arrive as a Christmas bonus. City Administrator David Gregory explained this one-time payment could be done through the CARES Act funding the city received. Good news for those first responders there. Laurel County Sheriff's Office is currently searching for a missing juvenile female. Authorities say 17-year-old Patricia Alexander was last seen 6 miles east of London at 1 a.m. this morning. If anyone has information that relates to Alexander's whereabouts, they are asked to contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600 or 606-878-7000. Again, that's the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. If anyone has seen Patricia Alexander, 17-year-old missing from Laurel County. As the COVID-19 pandemic has remained a constant present for most of the year, many public facilities which previously welcomed individuals without appointment have had to alter their operation procedures. The Madison County Animal Shelter has seen its share of obstacles since they made the decision to stop walk-in visits back in March. Although people are now able to make appointments to see potential pets in person, the shelter has had to get creative when it comes to the adoption consultations. With more on this story, here's WBON TV, Channel 9's Gage Hill.
While many humans have been impacted by the ongoing pandemic, the county's animal population has also been affected over the course of the last few months. Animal care coordinator of the Madison County Animal Shelter, Katie Tibbs, says that managing the balance of necessary help needed to operate the shelter and the well-being of the community has provided its unique set of challenges.
At the start of the pandemic, we were really concerned about the risk of exposure of our community members and ourselves. Meanwhile, maintaining the help for the dogs that are in need. So it was quite a bit different in how we were going to manage our intake and outcomes as well. And there is a saying in animal welfare that it takes a village, and one thing the pandemic has certainly shown us is that that's very true.
A village, that Tibbs says, is represented by a community that has brought awareness to animals in need and assisted in finding forever homes for the temporary residents in the kennel. When looking for a new pet, there's often a special connection that happens between an animal and potential adopter. A connection that is more difficult to achieve when the adoption process is handled remotely.
Trying to find that connection through other means over the phone or having them view the animal online or providing photos and video is a little bit different than meeting in person.
Even though walk-ins are still not allowed, Those looking to adopt can schedule an appointment to meet and greet with a four-legged pal.
All of our available adoptable animals are on our county website, madisoncountyky.us, and you just travel to the animal care department and view the dogs and cats that we have up there. Then you're welcome to call us, 624-4744. Let us know who you're interested in meeting, and we can set up an appointment between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday for you to come meet that animal.
Donations are an effective way to help the shelter manage its current population. When it comes to local donations, Tibbs tells us that the shelter benefits from the generosity of an involved community.
We have a lot of pet lovers in our community, and so we've been very fortunate with feed donations. People also donate cleaning supplies, blankets, and beds. Those are all very much needed here at the shelter to help the dogs as they stay here. Even a thank you note or just a quick hello, that helps as well. That brightens our spirits too as we go through these times and helping animals that are in need. So any way that they would like to reach out, we're very happy to make the connection.
Tibbs says that in addition to directly dropping donations off at the shelter, people can also help out by having items shipped directly to the shelter from the comfort of their homes by using their Amazon wish list page.
As we work through this, people have realized how much animals are in need at this time. And the more that they spread the word and the more they reach out to us, just really helped move us forward so that we can continue doing what we do.
There is a lot that goes into making sure an animal is a good fit for your home, a fact which is even more evident through attempting to find the right pet through phone or online. But Tibbs explained that the shelter offers tips and suggestions to make sure your furry new friends are the best possible addition to the family. For WBON TV Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that report. Lots of great information in there. If you are looking to give back this holiday season, the animal shelter is always a great place to start. You can drop donations off directly at the shelter. And of course, they also talked about the Amazon wish list during that story. So check that out. We'll have more information about that on our website. We also have some closings here in Rockcastle County. I think we've been talking about this for a few days now. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet District 8 office advises motorists that the daytime closures currently taking place at Kentucky 2793, that is Lake Linville Road in Rockcastle County, will continue for approximately 3 more weeks. Crews are performing road maintenance, which is resulting in the roadway to be temporarily closed to traffic at mile point 2. The closures will continue daily, Monday through Friday, starting at approximately 8 a.m. and will reopen one lane at approximately 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Temporary traffic signals will be in place for traffic control during the hours that the roadway is reduced to one lane. Drivers should expect delays and are encouraged to allow extra time in reaching their destination. For Kentucky's latest traffic and travel information, you can visit goky.ky.gov or navigate traffic by downloading the free Waze app at www.waze.com. Motorists can also access traffic information on the District 8 County's website and the Facebook pages, so you can go there to find out all the information about road closures throughout Rockcastle County and throughout the whole area here in central Kentucky. We're going to go to our first break, but we got lots of great stories in our second segment coming up next, including a very heartwarming story of a second grader from Shannon Johnson Elementary, Kinley, who is making a good cause for Christmas. She's got a good interview there with Marissa Hempel. And of course, we still have those COVID numbers that we'll get to later on in the program with 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. I'm Gwendolyn Morton.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, All patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small 2-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond.
Welcome back to today's community briefing. I'm Gwendolyn Morton on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Bishop's Small Engine Repair, to get your power equipment ready for getting ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop service your mower, North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Affordable heating and air. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, veggies, and locally grown produce and meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvin. Thanks to those sponsors. They make this possible every day, your daily community briefing. We've got a very heartwarming story to start out the second segment here on the daily community briefing. Marissa Hempel got to sit down with second grader at Shannon Johnson Kinley, who's been making some trees for a good cause. What started out as a way to pass time turned into a very thoughtful way to raise money for those in need who need it the most, especially during the pandemic. WBON TV's Marissa Hempel spoke with the second grader Kinley, who made special trees for a good cause. With that story, here is Marissa Hempel.
An extremely talented second grader from here in Madison County is using her skills and the holiday spirit to help those less fortunate. Now we can see these beautiful trees next to you. You made those yourself, right?
Well, we had to recruit some help. The people that were helping me is my mom, my aunt, and my nanny.
So what's the point of the trees? Tell us how this started, because your mom told me you started a class online, right?
Yes, I started a class online from Michael's. They were doing a countdown thing until Christmas. The last day was Christmas Eve, so they did a new craft every day.
Kinley said she learned how to make all kinds of arts and crafts through Michael's online virtually, but decided that the trees were her favorite thing to create.
So what we do is we have to get like cardstock paper, and like we cut them diagonal, and then like we fold them into like the shape of a cone, and then we hot glue these like wooden circular things that you can just glue these onto. They're wooden skewers. So you glue these onto here, and then you glue the cardstock thing, the cardstock paper that's rolled up, and you glue it wooden skewer onto the cardstock, and then you glue felt. Well, first you cut felt into strips, and then like you cut make it like fringe, and then you glue them around. And if you have extra, you cut it off. And then you glue the star on once you're done gluing the felt, and then you glue the bow on.
Kinley said that the money raised would go to a special charity of her choosing.
I wanted to donate the money to Shriners Hospital.
Why'd you choose that?
Because a bunch of families and kids that are there, they're going through a hard time right now, and they can't be home for Christmas, and this season is about giving and God's love, or Jesus' love.
Although time to get your tree for this Christmas is running out, she has been able to raise quite a bit of money for Shriners.
We've raised about $1,200.
Really?
Yes.
Are you still making more of these wonderful trees?
Yes, but we're not sure if we're going to get them done by Christmas.
Well, if anyone is interested, where can they get more information? Do you know?
They can get more information from my Facebook page, Kinley's Christmas Trees for Charity.
Awesome. So even though they might not be able to get them for this year, they could still join in for next year, correct? Awesome. Well, Kinley, they're absolutely beautiful. Is there anything else you want to say?
No. Well, if anybody else tries to make them, be aware of that you may get blisters.
For more stories such as these, always be sure to visit Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thank you, Marissa, for that story. Kinley giving back to the community there, all that, going to Shriners, and what a great little project she's got going on there. We'd like to thank Kinley for coming into the studio and talking with us. She did such a fantastic job. Mount Sterling Police Department have responded to vehicle break-ins in two separate subdivisions, Sunset Ridge and Cobbler Lane area this week. The police department says that at this time of year, we see higher rates of thefts being reported. If anyone has observed any suspicious activity in their subdivisions late at night, they would like to have them share the tips or surveillance video. Please private message any tips or surveillance clips to the Mount Sterling Police Department's Facebook page. This will help officers gather all the information available and allow them to process pertinent information. Mount Sterling PD is requesting information on a suspicious vehicle operating in the area. During those recent break-ins, the vehicle appears to only have one hubcap. If you or anyone you know who owns or could be operating a vehicle like this, or if you see a vehicle matching this description, please contact the Mount Sterling Police Department at 859-498-8899. If you're trying to reach us after hours, please contact our central dispatch at 859-498-8720. And again, all tips are going to remain anonymous on that. So if you've seen that vehicle, go ahead and reach out to the Mount Sterling Police Department. I'm going to give that phone number one more time. Central dispatch is 859-498-8720. Not a great time of year to have that kind of thing going on. We're going to go ahead now to our second break. Coming up in the third segment, we've got all the new COVID numbers and a new batch of vaccines. And what we're going to find out about that, the Baptist Health Corbin has gotten some of those vaccines, and they are going to be distributing those. We're going to find out more about that in our third segment with 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine, or like them on Facebook.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small 2-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond.
Welcome back to today's community briefing, brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Also by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea, the best aftercare in the business when every detail counts. Remember, Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always growing children's resale store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Events, let's see, just down from the Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they buy your children's gently worn clothes. We've got some breaking news here in the WBON studio. I'm going to go through the COVID numbers, and then we're going to get to that. But we've got some information on the new head coach position at Central. Like I said, we'll get to that in just a moment. The small group of Baptist Health Corbin employees have received their first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine yesterday morning. Members of the housekeeping staff, physicians, nurses, chief medical officers, and the chief nursing officer were among the first individuals who were vaccinated. High-risk healthcare workers were given the first priority for the shipment of 975 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine that arrived via UPS delivery at the hospital's loading dock at 9 a.m. Tuesday. Baptist Health Corbin is one of 11 Kentucky hospitals chosen to distribute and administer the first shipments of the vaccine. In total, Kentucky is expected to receive 38,025 COVID-19 vaccine doses in the first round of shipments from the federal government. These doses are for the initial vaccine. Booster shots will be delivered in approximately 3 weeks later. Both Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines require an initial dose as well as a booster dose. The Moderna vaccine will have its hearing on Thursday. If emergency use authorization is granted, thousands of additional Moderna vaccine doses will be available. The assigned by the ACIP and the CDC and been given certain classifications of high-risk individuals. 4 Baptist Health hospitals in Kentucky, Louisville, Lexington, Corbin, and Madisonville were chosen to receive the initial shipment of vaccine. Baptist Health Floyd has been selected to distribute the vaccine to frontline healthcare workers in 3 counties, Floyd, Harrison, and Washington counties. Baptist Health has prepared the vaccine frontline healthcare workers in all of its facilities by investing system-wide in freezers and other special equipment, training and devoting thousands of man-hours on the vaccine planning. Stay tuned tomorrow as we're going to have an interview with Baptist Health Richmond. We're going to get more into the vaccine and when we can expect it here. With the COVID numbers, we've got Ron Likens with our daily community briefing.
During yesterday's COVID-19 report, the numbers remain high, but there's good news. Although the numbers are high, they mark a downward turn for new cases in the state.
Today's report, while again higher than we ever want them to be, is lower than last week's Tuesday and significantly lower than the Tuesday before when we had over 4,000 cases. Today we're reporting 2,946 new cases of COVID-19. Our positivity rate, 8.53%. In the last 3 days, it's really been consistent. We have an uptick, though, in our hospitalization in our ICU, 1,788 Kentuckians in our hospitals for COVID-19, 438 in the ICU, 246 on ventilators. Sadly, we're reporting 15 new deaths today, due at least in part to COVID-19.
That's Governor Andy Beshear. There were 120 new cases of COVID-19 reported yesterday in Madison County. During yesterday's report, Governor Beshear reminded restaurant and bar owners there are still relief funds available.
All right, Team Kentucky Food and Beverage Relief Fund update. We've seen a great response to this fund. Nearly 4,300 applications have been submitted. $37 million in aid has been requested, and $30.2 million in aid has now been distributed. We have a total of $40 million in federal CARES grant money to fund this endeavor. We haven't reached the $40 million yet. So any eligible restaurant or bar owner who'd like to apply, do so before 11:59 p.m. on December 18th. After that, we're going to have to close the fund for applications because we have to spend all of our CARES Act money right now before December 31st.
From the WBON TV 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron, for that report. We're going to go over Madison County numbers real quick before we get to our breaking news. New cases in Madison County, we have 114 new cases. Active cases, 946. Our incidence rate up just a little bit from yesterday. We're at 70.5. If you need to get tested today, you can go to the Richmond White House Clinic or the Berea Folk Center. Both of those will be open until 5:30 this afternoon. Breaking news here in the WBON TV newsroom. The excitement is uncontrollable today in the prospect aspects of Madison Central's choice for head coach to head up the football program there. WBON TV now with other leading news sources are reporting the choice will be legendary former Breathitt County coach Mike Holcomb. Holcomb enjoyed enormous success in the mid-90s at Breathitt County, winning an unheard of 42 games straight. Holcomb's resume also boasts 3 Class 2A state championships in 1995, 96, and 2002. Although not officially confirmed at press time, officials from the school are expected to make a decision tomorrow. Exciting news for Madison Central's football program. Go Indians. Thanks for joining us today on the WBON TV Daily Community Briefing. We'll be back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock. 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV.